Yo, what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. Today we're jumping into Forza Horizon 4, but before we do, I have to ask if you can be sure to subscribe if you enjoy what you watch or find any helpful information here on the channel. I have a goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2021, and I know I will hit it. You can be a part of that milestone, and I appreciate it if you are. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Forzathon and Festival playlist that's available from January 21st to January 28th. There's lots of fun events and cool prizes to be won, and I'm going to dive in and tell you exactly how you can complete them all. I'm mainly going to be focusing on the 4-part Forzathon, but I'll briefly skim through the playlist events, just starting with the photo challenge. This event is extremely easy. It requires you to head over to the house called The Gables. If you can't find it, literally just go on your map and kind of scroll through from house to house until you find the one that's named The Gables. And once you're actually at the house, all you have to do is take a photo of your car with the house in the background. And then it's complete. It's that simple. So next up is the trial. This is nothing new, but it's an online event where you are doing 3 different races against AI drivatars. Pretty much you're on a team with online players, and your team has to score the most amount of overall points for 2 out of the 3 races in order to win. You actually score points by each individual opponent that you place ahead of. So if you are first place, you get the most amount of points because you have the most amount of opponents behind you. Second place, most amount of points. Fourth, fifth, whatever place you're in. It just depends how many people are behind you. That's pretty much it. So pretty much make sure you bring your A game. That's the main thing that you have to do, because if you do come up with a not so good team and you lose, you don't get that reward. And this week's reward for the trial is the Jaguar I-Pace, or I think it's called the I-Pace, which is actually a very rare car. Like, this has only come around once before, so this is your second time to get it. Very rare car. Make sure you guys get this completed. Up next is an online playground games event. Now this is very similar to the trial, but you play against other online players for Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, that sort of thing, like playground games. This reward is a Renault for winning, so unless you really want that car, which I don't think many people will, I just say complete the event. That's good enough. And I know sometimes it's really hard to actually get a good team that'll win. So again, if you're not looking for that car, you just have to complete the event, and that's crossed off. Moving on, so we have 3 quick time events, which are pretty much the danger sign, a speed zone, and a speed trap. They're all self-explanatory, but I found all 3 to be rather quick and simple this week, and I definitely recommend doing these just because, again, they're very, very quick. I believe I used the Koenigsegg Agera RS for the speed trap and the speed zone, and then I used some sort of, like, I don't know, trophy truck, I'm not sure exactly which one, for the danger jump, and only because it's off-roading. It's like the lead up to the ramp is just off-road, and I found it was the best to get up to speed and actually have a good launch. The rest of the events are a 3-race championship against AI drivatars. Now, if you want any of the rewards it's showing, then you have to make sure that you do each individual race on a highly skilled difficulty. If you do not do highly skilled, you will not get the reward that it shows. And these are some of the most time consuming events, so I usually only do like 1 or 2 of them depending on what the reward is. Like last week it was the C8 as one of the rewards, so I did that immediately. But this week it was the Porsche one that I ended up doing, and I did it last just because I wanted to see what my overall score was, and I don't think I actually needed the Porsche, but I ended up getting that, and that's probably the only one I'm going to do unless I want to push for that 80%. Also, you can do this monthly Rivals event. That's another really quick race. You pretty much have to do a 1-lap race in the C8 Corvette without any rewinds, no crashing, pretty much just a clean race and beat the rival's time. I lucked out with the rival. He had like, I don't know, like almost an hour and a half for whatever reason for 1 lap around this race, and I was able to do it in less than a minute, so I lucked out on that one. You might have a way closer one, but you pretty much just have to win, and then that is fully completed. Now we move on to the main event, which is the Forzathon. this is very, very important to do. I do this one every single week now because it gives you the most amount of completion towards that 50% or the 80% completion, but it also gives you Forzathon points. So these Forzathon points, they buy rare cars that pop up in like the Forzathon shop from time to time. This week's is actually the Velociraptor and the AMC Rebel. This is pretty easy, but I'll explain pretty much each individual part. This is a 4-part event. So starting off with the first one, you must own and drive a cult car. So if you don't know what a cult car is, then what you want to do is head over to your garage and you can filter out all the cars and filter it to cult cars, and pretty much you can see exactly which ones are available. I ended up just using an old Jag on that list, but once you jump into it, you jump out of the garage and then you start driving, you'll actually receive your first notification at the bottom saying that you completed it. So it's that simple to start out. It always is, each and every single week, exactly the same, just a different variation of the cars. Next up, you have to use that car to earn a total of 500,000 skill points. So these are literally the most annoying challenges as it takes the most amount of time, but luckily it's only 500k. They literally, when they first started it, like coming out with these, they had them at 5 mil, 7 mil, sometimes even 10 mil, and it was super annoying. Skill points, they're pretty much earned from like driving, smashing things, getting air, a whole lot of stuff. Like there's pretty much endless amounts of things that you guys can get skill points for, and I'm sure you're already aware of that, but maybe if you see that there are any other events, let's say, that require you to use a cult car, try and double up. So try and do that event at the same time you're earning skill points at the same time, so you're doubling up and you're just saving time. Otherwise, just literally work your way up to the 500k. Once you hit that 500k, you'll actually end up seeing a notification pop up at the bottom of your screen. If you want to track your progress throughout like the entire time that you're trying to get points, then you can actually head back to the challenge page, click the Forzathon, and then it'll tell you how much you have out of 500,000. For the third part, you have to use your cult car in a dirt race called the White Horse Hill Trail. So if you don't know where this is, I'll put a picture up here. But pretty much, again, just filter out your events until you have all the dirt events showing, and then go from event to event to event until you find the one that's called the White Horse Hill Trail. And then pretty much you just have to win it. It's pretty easy, actually. And for the final part, we have a skill challenge. So this is where we have to earn 10 Daredevil skills, which require us to get near misses on other cars. So what I pretty much do, I head over to the highway where I can go up and down, back and forth, and just literally rip past as many cars as I can, nice and close to them. And that gets me the near misses. And pretty much once you hit like every 3 to 5 cars, don't hit the cars, but once you go by the car, get the near miss. Every 3 to 5 cars, it actually bumps it up to like a Daredevil skill, and you just have to get 10 of them. So just go up and down the highway, let's say a couple times, and you'll get that notification right away. And that's it. Super easy and quick events. The 2 rewards for completing the events are the GMC TYPHOON at 50% completion and an old classic Porsche at 80% completion. The TYPHOON was actually a really rare car yet up until yesterday, and I actually have a video coming out tomorrow on exactly what events I ended up doing to get that 50% completion rate. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you did enjoy. I hope this helps you complete the playlist a little bit faster and get whatever cars that you were looking for. I also have a head-to-head video coming out in about 2 days between the C8 Corvette and the Shelby GT350R, and I'm actually very happy with the way it turned out. So again, if you are interested in that sort of thing, please make sure that you subscribe. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. Make sure you show some love wherever you are with the like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.